Hello and welcome to All About Community. My name is Robert L. Harris, and I am your host. Again, today we have Bishop Bob Jackson, Axel Gospel Church, right here in Oakland, California. Been the pastor for 30 some odd years. I would believe it's somewhere around 35, 36 years. But anyway, a long time resident of this district, District 7, and he is a candidate for Oakland City Council. Bishop Jackson, welcome to All About Community. I should say, welcome back to All About Community.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for having me.
We are delighted to have you. I'd like to get a little bit more about this exciting race that's going on for the Oakland City Council District 7. When we last talked, you indicated that you were running because you wanted leadership that we can trust. What do you mean by that?
Well, trusted leadership to me means that I'm not coming with what I'm going to do. Normally when people are running for elected offices, they come with what they're going to do. My thought is you need to come with what you're already doing, what you've been doing for a number of years. And so the new politicians that's coming in with all of this, wish list, what they want to do, they have no evidence that they're able to do anything. So I'm running on my track record, not on what I want to do, but I'm running on what I've already been doing for the past 36 years in the city of Oakland, pastoring the Axel Gospel Church.
So it's 36. I was almost correct. I think I said 35.
You did say 36.
I eventually got there.
Yeah, 36 years now.
Oh, that is great. And I know that you've done outstanding work at the church, and it's evident by your congregation and others, and especially by the people that are supporting you. But a little bit more on this trust thing. For the last 24 years, we have had a representative here in the district. Do you see the district as having improved, or that it's a district that is going, unfortunately, in the wrong direction? Any thoughts on that?
I have a lot of thoughts on that. As a matter of fact, for the last 10 years, District 7 has just gone down, and down. And the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, has just made it even worse. There's illegal dumping. There's all type of abandoned cars on the street being stripped, right in front of our faces. And it's like the city.
Why aren't they doing something about that?
Well, that's where the city council member comes in at. And so the city council member, Larry Reed, he's been there for a long time, 20 some years, as you've already said. And I guess, he's just tired. He's burnt out. He's just through. So I'm glad he's not running again. And now it's wide open to run. There's 5 candidates running for District 7. And I feel I'm the only one with the achievements, with the credibility to run because of my track record for the things I've already done in the city of Oakland and still doing.
Good. Now, if you were in that district, as I drive up and down Mountain Boulevard, Golf Link Roads, and other places, I do see abandoned cars and stuff there. What would you be doing if you were the person elected to that position?
Well, I would have those cars towed off the street, number one. I certainly would have them towed off the street, and I'd have those potholes fixed and that illegal dumping. Listen, we pay taxes. We pay a lot of taxes.
Sure
in the city
do.
of Oakland. And they're always talking about to balance the budget, they want to raise more taxes. You know what I'm saying? And put more taxes on the residents of Oakland. And I'm just telling you, we have taxation without representation. And I like to say that because that's not a novel saying, and it's not a new saying. That was years ago with the English rule over the Americas, that they were taxing the people without the representation. We're being taxed in District 7, and we're not getting the type of resources that we should have and the type of things that should be done in our district, just like the ones downtown, North Oakland, whatever else. Our district should look just the same. And it doesn't.
It sure doesn't. Matter of fact, on my way to the station today, I got caught right running. I thought I knew every pothole in the city, and all of a sudden it was boom. Now,
could have blown the tires.
Absolutely.
Could have ruined your rims. He could have. It's terrible. And so I'm saying this is going on for way too long in District 7. It's like we've been ignored. We're underserved. And yet, like I said, I want to say it again, we pay great taxes, a lot of taxes. And for the service that we get, It's terrible. Not only that, but calling the police department. I mean, it's almost impossible. You have a problem, a crime, or something at your residence, or you need the police for a real police matter. I mean, it takes,
what happened?
about 3 days for them to show up.
You kidding?
Well, I'm a little exaggerating, but I mean, it's going to be a while. And the only way you can get them to come there fast is to say, I got a gun, or somebody's got a gun, and they're getting ready to use it. They may show up, the next day. But the response is very, very terrible. And 911 calls, they have nerve to put you on hold with a 911 call because they don't have enough people servicing the 911 calls. We have 2,000 phone calls to the police department every day.
Every day?
Every day. But yet, city of Oakland, it seems like District 7, we're the last ones to get any kind of police response. Whenever we really need a police, you just almost get.
Well, I haven't seen a police officer in our district in ages. It seems to me forever.
You don't even hardly see them. And not only that, but
well, where are they?
I'm fading black, and I'll tell you where they're at. But anyway, no, we have the largest geographical area, District 7, in the whole city. Mm-hmm. It's larger than any other geographical area, any other district in the city. Yet we have the same amount of police patrolling the streets. To me, I'm like, wait a minute. If our area is larger and we have more acreage in our area than the rest of the districts, why wouldn't we have more police officers patrolling our area?
Well, that is a great question, and when we come back from break, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into where are those police officers. We're going to have to take a break. We're talking with Pastor Bob Jackson, Acts Full Gospel Church, who is running for city council right here in Oakland District 7. Don't touch that remote. Put it down. We will be right back with All About Community.
Many families are struggling in Oakland today. I've been there. I was raised in the Acorn housing projects by a single mom. She worked 3 jobs to get us out. Today, the restaurant I started provides jobs and second chances to formerly incarcerated people. The nonprofits I serve create opportunity for our youth. On the City Council, I'll bring Oakland together to finally address our biggest challenges. I'm Derek Johnson. Let's meet this moment together.
In 2020, I think East Oakland deserves more. I think we deserve to stop walking in disbelief. I think we deserve to put an end to the grief that arises when someone says I can, but they don't, or they won't. It's way past time for change, and that change starts with her. Oakland deserves Treva.
Hi, I'm Treva Reed. I am fighting to move East Oakland forward for all of us.
Hello and welcome back to All About Community. When we went to break, I was talking with Pastor Bob Jackson, and we were really excited about what's going on with the Oakland police. In District 7, we call a police officer, and it is, literally days before he or she shows up. So, Bishop, what's going on there? Where are they hiding out?
Well, if we still have Winchell's Donuts, I would say probably at the donut shop, but we don't have Winchell's anymore. No, we just have a lack of police officers to patrol our area. The police department is really low when it comes down to police officers to really police the city. We've been understaffed at the police department for a number of years now, and it continues. So we need more African-American people, Latino people to join the police department because the racial equity that we see in the police department is not according to the...
Why don't we have more African Americans in the police department?
Well, because of the negativity that's associated with being a police officer in the black community. We have to bridge that gap to say, look, this is a great time now with Black Lives Matter and all of that to say, look, we need more black police officers and we need more from the community to come down and join the police department.
Well, we got one thing that's sort of blocking that, and that's Proposition 209, which is now on the ballot to be repealed with Proposition 16, I believe.
And did you see the guy that started that Proposition 209, the black guy?
From Ward Connolly.
Ward Connolly. He's back at it again to try to defeat Proposition 16 so it doesn't pass, and so 209 will stand. So we need to really talk about that, and black people need to vote, and brown people need to vote, and everybody else who feels like they've been prejudiced against, we need to vote to make sure Proposition 16 is yes, because we definitely need affirmative action back on those jobs so black people and brown people can get the jobs that we really deserve.
Right, because if I understand it correctly, if a person, you got a chance to hire two people, and one of them is black, one is white, you can't even take race into consideration. And we know what's going to happen. They're going to say, oh, this white person got more credentials and da-da-da and da-da-da. I'm sorry, black man, you ain't hired.
And that's exactly what's been going on ever since 209 was passed. And Ward Connerly, like I say, who benefited from affirmative action, now comes back to try to destroy it. It just doesn't make any sense. But we need Proposition 16. And I'm asking all of you to vote yes on Proposition 16 because we need affirmative action so we can make sure black people get the jobs they deserve.
And it's not only in terms of the hiring process, it's in terms of the contracting as well. Is that true? Explain that.
Absolutely. It has to do with contracting as well. If two contractors come up there and both of them are equal as far as their companies and their track record, and whomever is choosing the contractors can make a choice based upon their racial ethnicity, their racial, prejudices. And they could easily say, well, I'm going to go with the white guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm white. And
I feel more comfortable with the white man because the white man's ice is always, in that person's viewpoint, always colder. Is that right?
No, just because he's white and I'm white, we identify with that. And I always say black people are the only ones, when they get a business or get a company or something, they want equality for everybody. They always hollering equality. My thing is, forget about equality. Hire your own black people. Black people come together to take care of your own business. We don't need to be somebody telling us we equal with them. Forget about that. We already know we're equal with everybody. We don't have to prove that. We just need to go and take care of our business.
And that's not race discrimination. That's just being fair.
That's right. Being black and being proud. That's all.
Black and proud. As James Brown said.
That's right.
Say it loud.
And the 60s, that's why it was booming and everybody was related because we were black. And so the point I'm saying is we need to bring back that, I like to say, put the neighbor back in hood. And we can end up with neighborhoods again. You know what I'm saying? Where we are loving one another. And that's what God recommends for all of us, that we love one another. And we're lacking a lot of love in our community.
Well, that's for certain. If we had more love, we would have less crime.
I believe it with all my heart. Black lives really would matter then. And not only that, but the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce, I just want a big shout out to Kathy Adams and the great job that her and Shonda Scott is doing running the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. Just great. That resiliency fund that they were able to raise over $1 million to help black businesses and whatnot. I think it's just great, the leadership that we have. But I also wanted to say that there's a lot of black businesses, there's a lot of black organizations, CBOs, nonprofits that need to be a part of the Oakland African American Chamber. Come on, you're out there by yourself struggling, especially during these COVID-19 times. You need to come and be a part of the African American Chamber of Commerce because the African American Chamber of Commerce is there for you. They have a bunch of classes that you can take that's free if you're a member about how to better operate your business. They got different classes on things that are available for you. And they have a resiliency fund right now, over $1 million. If your business is struggling during these COVID times, they've got a bailout fund to help you. And there's other ways of showing you how you can do well in these times. You need to take a good hard look. If I'm talking to you right now, if you have a business and you have a CBO, a nonprofit, you need to come and be a part of the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce because we can do better together with our businesses, with our hiring of our own people, if we do it ourselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are hearing from the founder of the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. Didn't he lay out the case, laid it out perfectly as to why you should be a member?
And let me tell you how I got to that conclusion. I went to the state of California and I met with Assemblyman Jerome Horton. I never forget. And what happened was when I talked to him, he said, yeah, what are you here at the state level for, Jackson? I said, I'm here, sir, because I need help with the black community in the city of Oakland. That was 19 years ago. And I said, I need help with the black community in the city of Oakland. He says, do you have a black Chamber of Commerce? I said, man, I'm not here to talk about Chamber of Commerce. I need help with the black community. He said, you never will build a strong black community in the city of Oakland without a strong black Chamber of Commerce. He said, now you get out of my office and don't come back until you have one. And I want you to know I came right back, and that's where that was the birth of the Oakland African American
And that was about
Chamber of
15 years ago. And ladies and gentlemen, he has a very strong chamber that he helped develop. As a matter of fact, he was the motivating force behind the Black Chamber, the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. Time just goes by so quickly. We do have to take a break. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back. My name is Robert L. Harris, and I am your host.
Rebecca Kaplan puts progressive values in action.
We have a responsibility to stand together in solidarity.
For those who are breathing toxic air every day, we will continue to work together to strengthen our efforts.
Join us and vote Rebecca Kaplan for Oakland City Council.
On November 3rd, East Oakland will make a critical choice. Your vote is about saving the Oakland we love. Shortages of affordable housing, homelessness, blight, and safety. And because we're at a crossroad, we need change. We need leadership that is responsive to the people. Marcy Hodge will see us through the challenges and fight for our district. Do your part, and she'll do hers.
I'm Marcy Hodge, your candidate for Oakland City Council District 7. Let's save Oakland together.
Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris, and I am your host. When we went to break, we were really excited about talking about the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce with Bishop Bob Jackson, a candidate for District 7 City Council of Oakland. But I want to change just a little bit the topic of from the chamber back to the Oakland Police Department. More specifically, a serious consideration, that is the Police Commission of the City of Oakland. Bishop Jackson, the Police Commission, thoughts on that in terms of, we don't have a police chief now. We have an interim, as we usually do. What's your thoughts on the Police Commission and the selection of a new chief?
Well, you want the edited version, or do you want...
Just take your time and tell it like it is.
Well, like it is. I think they need to hire from within the police department. We've got a wonderful man there, African-American, a man by the name of Laron Armstrong. He's deputy police chief. He came up through the ranks. He's Oakland. He's a native of Oakland, been here all of his life. His family still lives in Oakland. He still lives in Oakland, loves Oakland. He's in position to become the next police chief, but our mayor doesn't want that.
Why? Why doesn't she want that?
Because she wants to bring somebody in from outside who don't know beans about Oakland or the police department in Oakland. Nothing about that monitor that we're paying $2 million a year for every year.
$2 million a year?
And he comes once a month, earns $2 million every year, and now it's 18 years he's been drawing $2 million. You know what we could do with $2 million in District 7?
A whole lot.
So if we would bring in Laron Armstrong, he's already there. All the police know him, the neighborhood know him, everybody know him, everybody loves him, except the mayor. So the mayor want to bring somebody in from outside who doesn't know anything about the community or nothing like that. So the commission, like I said, I would that they would have the power to be able to hire the police chief instead of the mayor. Because I think because they come from the community, they would understand that we need somebody homegrown. We need somebody who understands our problems. We need somebody who understands the people who live in the city of Oakland and who's been a part of the city of Oakland for years. And Laron Armstrong is the man.
Now let me, help me understand this. I understand the police commission is the body that hires the person. Is that correct?
They don't now. They do not now. But
Okay.
I think it's the mayor that's doing that. She's the one with the ultimate power right now.
But they have to approve? Is that it? I don't know how it works.
Right, well, right now it's the mayor. But see, if they're looking for more power now for the police commission. That's S1. So yes, I agree with S1, and I vote for S1 that it comes in. That's a measure to increase the powers of the police commissioners. And so they'll have power to hire and fire and to operate a little more with responsibility with the police department.
So then Armstrong could be hired by the if that passes, it could be hired by the police commission?
Absolutely.
So we could get the homegrown person.
And save us a lot of money on top of it instead of search all around the country trying to get somebody to come in. We've done that for 10 years. We've had 10 different police chiefs in 10 years. What other city has gone through stuff like that? And all because they always want to reach outside of the city instead of raising up people that's within, who knows the city like the back of their hand. And who lives here. That's big to me. You don't even live in the city and then you're going to come and police it. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Now let's talk a little bit about, on your campaign website, you talk about luring business to the city of Oakland. How can that be done? What are your thoughts?
Well, we can become more business friendly. I mean, Oakland has had...
You don't think we're business friendly?
No. Oakland has had a bad rep, for a long time with businesses, and how they want to just, from the beginning, they discourage businesses from coming to Oakland. And so
you are in favor of businesses coming to Oakland?
Absolutely true. I certainly am, because we need the jobs. And we need to hire locally. We need to hire local people. And black people who have your own businesses, you need to hire your own people just like everybody else do. I've never been in a Chinese restaurant and had a black person wait on me.
That's a good one.
Did you just fade to black? I've never been in a Mexican restaurant and had a black person wait on me. Now, if you can have a business and you're black, why can't you hire black people? Why can't you hire your own people? We could take care of our own business if we...
I mean, it's okay, Bishop. It's okay to hire your own people. I'm certainly in favor of that. Let's talk a little bit about housing, affordability of housing, and your thoughts on how we can really resolve some of the housing problems, especially as it relates to the, quote, homeless.
We have a number of hotels right now that are half empty because of COVID-19. The city could easily subsidize, for the money we spend with the homeless problems, it could easily subsidize those hotels with income so those homeless people could move into those vacant units at the hotel levels. They could easily do that. I mean, and San Francisco did it, and they did it quite successfully. Oakland can do the same thing, okay? And the other thing they could do, they have 3,000 vacant lots and vacant properties in Oakland right now that could easily be used.
3,000?
3,000 identified vacant lots and whatnot that could be utilized for the homeless problem right now. Not only that, but we can do more with building affordable housing. We have 15 pastors right now, just was on the phone with them yesterday, trying to get financing to build affordable housing on the church properties. And if we can get the homes, the affordable houses
that
built,
would be like on the vacant property surrounding the churches?
That is correct. Churches own large parking lots and things like that. Our churches are not going to ever come back being the same as they were before Corona. And I just don't believe it. So we have large parking lots on a lot of the churches. 15 pastors have agreed to put affordable housing on their properties. The only thing we're doing right now is trying to put the funds together to make it happen, because developers don't want to build affordable housing. They don't want to do that in Oakland. They say there's no money in it. So they're all about money instead of all about the people.
Yeah, well, they want to do market rate housing, and we know what the market rate is. The market rate is not affordable.
That's correct.
We're going to have to, again, go to break. But when we come back, Bishop, we want to go back a little bit to the campaign and talk finally about some of the reasons why you are running. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community, speaking with Bishop Jackson.
Many families are struggling in Oakland today. I've been there. I was raised in the Acorn housing projects by a single mom. She worked 3 jobs to get us out. Today, the restaurant I started provides jobs and second chances to formerly incarcerated people. The nonprofits I serve create opportunity for our youth. On the City Council, I'll bring Oakland together to finally address our biggest challenges. I'm Derek Johnson. Let's meet this moment together.
To better manage traffic on 880, the Metropolitan Transportation Commission has converted the carpool lanes to express lanes between Oakland and Milpitas, giving solo drivers the option to pay a toll to use the lanes and ensuring that all users, including carpoolers and buses, get a reliably faster trip. Learn more about the 880 express lanes at expresslanes.511.org.
Hello and welcome back to All About Community. I promised you when we returned that we would return to Bishop's campaign for District 7 of the Oakland City Council. Bishop Jackson, let's get back to, and I know it was so exciting to talk about all these other things, but let's get back in our final segment to why you're running for City Council and what you intend to accomplish during your tenure as a member of District 7.
Well, I'm hoping my 4 years as an elected official of the City of Oakland, City Council member, District 7, I'm hoping that we can improve, that I'll be able, with the help of the community, help improve the conditions in District 7, the illegal dumping, the abandoned cars, the crime that we've had too much for too long, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of things that we can do. And I have a lot of ideas, and I'm not talking about ideas we're going to do. I'm talking about ideas I've already been doing to work on all of the things I'm talking about. I just believe I can do more as a city council member because of all the taxes that we pay in District 7 and not getting the resources that are available to us, and because the city council hasn't done the job in almost 10 years for District 7. I plan on doing the job, and I'm coming to the table doing the job, and I can do it more with being the city council person for District 7.
And who are some of your endorsers, people who are supporting you?
Well, the first one I have is the ex-city manager, Robert Bobb, and I'm excited about that. Senator Don Parada, Assemblyman Sandre Swanson, a lot of them. And down the list, just a host of people.
And you got a lot of community people supporting you, people who live in your district, is that right? As opposed to those who don't live in your district, who may be endorsing your opponents.
And that's exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna tell you something. These endorsing campaign forums that I've been going to, it's all look like private businesses and specialty businesses who want me to do a dance for them, and they will give me an endorsement if I would do a dance. Listen, I'm not your puppet. You're not going to have me out there on a string, dancing for you. I'm going to dance for District 7 and the residents who live there. I'm for the people. I'm going to be working for the people. I'm going to be elected by the people, and that's what I want to do. And I've got to do it because Oakland is my home. District 7 is my home. I live here.
And what do you need? I should say, how can people help you? Volunteers, money?
You can go on my website, Jackson4, that's F-O-R, Jackson4EastOakland.com. Jackson4EastOakland.com. And everything, the donation button, the volunteer button, all of those buttons are there for you to just push and to help me because I need a lot of help. And I also need donations. So if you can financially help support the campaign at this time is crucial because we only have about 40 days less before November the 3rd. And I would love to have donations from all of you that are viewing if you believe that I am the trusted candidate for City Council member District 7. I would thank you for your support.
Now, when you become the council person, we can depend on you, I assume, that to be the person who's going to breathe new life into District 7. You don't have to answer that because we've run out of time.
Oh, no,
but I believe you're going to breathe new life into District 7. Don't go away. We're going to have our next segment with Pastor Charlie Hames. BB Memorial Cathedral Church right here in Oakland is going to be our guest. So, Bishop, I want to thank you for being my guest today. You've done a fantastic job.
Thank you, sir, and you likewise. I enjoyed being here. Thank you.
And thank you very much for joining us on this segment. My name is Robert L. Harris, and I am your host.